Well, we're on our way to the Houston rally. Hi.
I mean, needs no introduction, right? I mean, so we wanted to pop up real quick because sis talking about she want to answer some explosive questions. Some of you guys is explosive questions.
Yes.
Frequently asked questions.
Yes.
And so yeah, I mean, she's gonna be actually answering some questions throughout the day. So I guess tune in, one way or another. I ain't know we was gonna straighten out. I told y'all that last night. It looked like we're gonna try to do a little something for y'all. So look, the Lord is blessing y'all right now. But anyway, hey guys. So you wanna ask the first question?
The first question, yes.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
ahead.
So a lot of you guys have been wanting to know what is going on with my good sis's eye.
Yes.
All right. So she would like to answer that question. For
And
you all.
that is my left eye.
Left eye.
It's my left eye, if some people are wondering. Now, the reason I've been dodging quite a few questions lately, and the reason why I have is because some people are not answering me. And I feel like a lot of people are asking me so many questions. But when it comes to the basic questions that I keep asking people of when are you getting outside? And what are you doing for the children? And what are you willing to do? People have a hard time answering those questions. So I'm going to answer some questions for you today, but then I have some questions for you later. And let's see if we can return that, okay? My left eye, I have keratoconus, for those who want to do that research. I have an eye doctor back in California that are amazing souls and that actually watch these videos, that have checked in with us, wondered if we were safe and when is it possible for us to get a surgery. I need a cornea transplant is what's going on. But as an MK Ultra survivor, as a satanic ritually abused survivor, that is a cadaver part, which means someone has to die in order for my eye to be fixed. Does that make sense? Someone's eye will be given and donated to me if I fully go blind in my left eye. I am not fully blind in my left eye. I have a scar. So much damage has been done from the abuse that I had to being my eye and my face on this side of my face. I brace with this side of my face, so my eye is usually irritated, and I would start scratching it a lot, and it's created a scar. That's what's wrong. But here's the thing. In order for me to get that surgery, I have to have somewhere to recover. That surgery is not an easy surgery, and you need 6 months to a year of recovery time. Where are we supposed to recover when we're on the road for 5 years straight? Where am I going to be able to sit and recover with an eye surgery if we can't stop dodging the predators that won't leave us alone? And anytime that we find a place, people keep trying to get in it, hurt us, take me, do things to my mother because they believe lies and propaganda that's on the internet. That's why I wasn't answering, because what are you guys going to do about that? Now that you know, now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? The same way that I've been giving you information for years, and what are you going to do with it?
Well, I know one thing you can do. You can get ready to support this lady because we know she's an author. Okay, we talked about this book that's on the way, and so let's support that. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody else said that. I'm saying that. And I mean, what you going? You may be wondering like, oh, what's the book? But the thing is, people need funds to get surgery. So I'm just thinking, if you really want to support, be ready to do that whenever the time comes.
Okay. All right. Yes. And there's a lot going on. My book is ready. It's ready, but I didn't want to say anything because there's so much going on, and it would have been, I don't know those people that find a moment to do a book launch when there's people around. That's shady shit. There were people coming out tonight, and the reason why they were coming out was for the children. The reason why we needed everybody out here today was for the children, not for a book. So I didn't feel like it was the right time, and I didn't want to mix messages because what was going on was, truth be told, couldn't put the tickets on their website. I won't talk about that and why. That's not my place. But truth be told, was not able to put the tickets on the website. Notice why they were on Ali'sArmy.com. We did not receive the ticket money for that. That was Beverly Gillen. Beverly Gillen collected the money for people to make it possible today. She, hopefully, for the porta potties that we hope are here, if you can pee today, thank someone, because that is where your ticket money for last night went to. Any that were made by Beverly Gillen was for the porta potties, the sound rental. That church was not free. They didn't do that out of just the kindness of their heart. They did it for a price. That church that seated 600 people, and it was announced in Cornerstone 4. And not only that, is we have been talking about this event since March. So Cornerstone Church knew what was going on. That church seats, and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it has a great filling in it. But it seats 600 people with an overflow room of 400 for Easter Sundays and very big holidays. Ask me how many people showed up from the church. I'll tell you, I don't even think there was a handful of 5. I don't even think there were a few. When it comes to the children, they weren't even in their own church home. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that's not the way that the church is supposed to go. The world is not supposed to be like this. There were children sitting in that church waiting for adults to do what they needed to do. Did you know that the Houston attorney here is convicted of bestiality? Did you know that there was a Houston attorney here that's supposed to be defending people, protecting people for the same reason, and he was convicted for having sex with his dog? So we're talking about trafficking, but we're just knocking on the doors to bestiality, MK Ultra, satanic ritual abuse, and more. Organ harvesting, labor trafficking. Did you know that there's a serial killer here in Houston on the loose? The mayor was invited to this event. Let's see if he's here. Because I seen the invite letter. I seen the phone call that was made. I seen the messages that was sent to his publicist. I seen it. But the mayor is he going to be here for the children to stand up for his community, knowing how many children go missing in the state of Texas? If you are coming for the World Cup, but you didn't make it out for this event, you shouldn't be coming to the World Cup. If you're so scared of this event that happened this weekend, it's in the same spot as the World Cup that's about to be here next weekend. You shouldn't be here then. If you're so terrified to get here for children, do not come here for the World Cup. It's a scary place for the children. We're going anyways. If you couldn't stand in this heat for our children, then you don't need to stand in this heat for that World Cup. Watch a ball be kicked around the field, but you couldn't stand for the children. You know that there's a serial killer here on the loose. Check it. Look at the patterns. Is the mayor talking about that? We got one Amber Alert this morning. Have you seen anything about that child? You got one Amber Alert this morning for Houston, Texas. Did you get another Amber Alert for the 2 minute and 53 second video that you've seen of all the missing children in Texas? No. Huh. Seems like somebody heard me, but they didn't hear the rest of the children. I'm pissed. You want to know why I'm pissed? Because here we are pulling up at the city hall right here, right now. And let's see who's here for the children. If you're scared to get outside, then you shouldn't be coming to an event in Texas at all, right? Because the same scary shit exists right outside your front door in every single area. You know, a lot of people went to the event last night and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. We were all in our Sunday best on a Friday standing in a beautiful venue. But a lot of people still don't get it. The rescue parts are pretty. The camera part is pretty. The getting dressed part was gorgeous. Standing out here in this heat, talking to people and passing out water to the homeless people who are going to see us standing in their area, looking like an organization, talking about children. Are you going to help to the homeless that have been out here, that have seen traffickers and knows what's going down here from the corrupt police departments? Houston PD is supposed to be here today. I'm sick of the fake shit. When we leave here, we are still in danger. When we got here, we were still in danger. When we get to where we're going, we're still in danger, and so are you. But the people that chose to stand here today are the people who will stand for a child no matter what the fuck it means. I know you got more questions for me. I know that there's a question that we're all going to talk about soon that I've been dodging forever. But I want you, before I answer this question, do you understand government operations that are walked up to the door and then dismissed? Epstein, Diddy, R. Kelly, the COVID Chronicles. How many more patterns do you need to see to say, duh? If she tells us what we want to hear, who's going to pay the price for that? I'm not doing the fake shit with anybody. You know, a lot of rescue advocates were present last night. I don't know them. I don't know them at all, but I listened to what they had to say. And you know, what happens the day after? Let's talk about the day after rescues. Let's not just talk about the pretty rescues. Let's talk about the day after rescues. What happens then? Let's talk about the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. Because I've been around a lot of rescue organizations, and they're a dime a dozen to a person like me. So what happens the day after that, and the day after that? What happens with the PTSD? Where's the aftercare? What about the MK Ultra? What about the times that it's too hard to even concentrate because your predators are still loose and they won't let you go, even if you're free? Freedom's never free for a survivor. So you don't announce who you're saving. You don't announce where you're going to be. You don't announce who is now safe, because are they really safe? When a predator has patterns that they never let go? I don't know, but I'm sick of the bullshit. But we'll be back.
All right, there you have it. So now you know what's going on with Sister I. She said she's asking us some more questions. Y'all might want to stay tuned. All right. See you soon.